Upon signing the appointment and prior to the assessment activity, I will visit the assessment center and check it if it complies with OHS requirements. The assessment resources such as required tools and equipment, and on the day of the assessment, I shall receive the assessment package from TESDA representative. Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Edjan C. Rodriguez, a competency assessor for electrical installation and maintenance NC2. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Lori Jean Lumampi, our processing officer, Valerie Bethache, our AC manager, and Ma'am Jonalyn Hernandez, a representative from Zamboanga, TESDA's Isabela District Office. You do not have to worry about their presence because they are here to oversee the conduct of assessment and to check if the conduct of assessment is in accordance with the prescribed competency assessment methodology and procedure. Okay, before we start, please submit your admission slip. Okay, thank you. As I call your name, please acknowledge by raising your hand and sign the attendance sheet. Okay, Gerald Fernandez. Okay, and John Lloyd Graciano. I have here with me your accomplished application form and self-assessment guide. This is an indication that you know and can perform all units of competency enumerated from electrical installation and maintenance NC2. I would like to welcome all of you to our center for your assessment for EIM NC2. May I ask you, what would you be your purpose for taking this assessment? Okay. Today, we're going to administer competency assessment for EIM NC2. The qualification is composed of basic, common, and core competency. We have here 3 common competencies which are perform wrapping in activities, wiring and cabling works for single-phase distribution, power, lighting, and auxiliary system. Second, install electrical protective devices for distribution power, lighting auxiliary, lighting protection, and grounding system. Third is install wiring devices of floor and wall mounted outlets, lighting fixtures, switches, and auxiliary outlets. You will be given 6 hours to demonstrate the different tasks. When you hear the first bell, that only means you have 30 minutes left. And the second bell would mean 5 minutes left, while the last bell would mean time is up. I will collect the evidence through demonstration and oral questioning. These assessment methods can help to measure your underpinning knowledge and skills. For your personal needs, the laboratory is located at the ground floor of this building, and you can also take your meal at our canteen. It is located near the entrance gate. However, during the assessment, you are not allowed to leave the premises of the assessment center. If you have difficulty to understand the given instruction, or if you have questions, or there's a need for you to clarify matter concerning the assessment, you may raise your hand because I am more than willing to assist you. But once the assessment has started, please refrain from asking questions. It is no longer allowed. If you have physical or any form of difficulties, do not hesitate to call my attention so that I can be addressed immediately. In case you have any questions regarding the results, you have the right to appeal. You can submit your appeal to the TESDA District Office where the assessment center and we, the assessor, are accredited. For the issues of the national certificate, you can claim it at the TESDA District Office with 1 working day after the assessment. After the assessment and you are found to be not yet competent, don't you worry about it because you can be reassessed anytime at your own convenience. But if you failed in 2 consecutive assessments, you will be advised to undergo a refresher course before applying for reassessment. During the actual assessment, please observe safety as you perform the different tasks. In case of accident, please call my attention immediately so that we can provide you a first aid. The first aid cabinet is located on the left corner of the assessment area. With the regards to the result of your assessment, we observe strict confidentiality. This is to ensure your integrity. The results is only made available to authorized personnel and to the institution where you had your actual training. In relation to this, the assessment package is kept in a secured place to guarantee the integrity of the assessment package. In lieu above, may I ask all the candidates to refrain from giving away any form of information that took place during the assessment process. If you do not have question or clarification, then I'm going to distribute the specific instructions. Please read it carefully and do not hesitate to ask questions right now. We may be able to translate it from English to your local dialect. I shall now assign your number. Gerald Fernandez, you will be candidate number 1. And John Lloyd Graciano, you will be candidate number 10. Let us now proceed at the assessment area. This is your assessment area. As you can see, we have the practical area and support service area, as well as the quality control area. Please observe safety at all times. If there are no questions, you may now start candidate number 1. Okay, candidate number 10. For your questions, what is the amount of the voltage supplying in service entrance? Okay, next. How is your experience doing an actual wiring? Dear assessors, after collecting the evidences and before I give the feedback, I shall gather all the evidences and make judgment based on the dimension of competency, rules of evidence. Okay, candidate number 1, how are you? We are now on the last phase of the assessment. Would you like to drink some water? Okay, alright. How was the assessment? Very good. If you are to rate yourself from 1 to 10, and 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest, what would it be? Good. Yes, I agree. My observation coincides with your action. What I like about your demonstration is that you perform the various tasks with speed and correctly. You're like a professional electrician. For your oral questioning, you are able to answer the question correctly. What do you think are your areas for improvement? And what do you need to do? Yes, make sure before cutting the double check if the measurements are accurate. So for your overall performance, you are competent. Congratulations. You may see the AC manager after this assessment. You may claim your NC2 certificate 1 day after the assessment at the FESDA Zamboanga Isabela District Office located at Tulungatong, San Roque, this city. Please present your card and prepare 50 pesos and 2 pieces passport size picture with white background. Candidate number 10, how are you? We are now on the last phase of the assessment. Would you like to drink some water? Okay. Alright, how was the assessment? If you are to rate yourself from 1 to 10, and the 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest, what would it be? Yes, I agree. My observation coincides with your action, but what I like about your demonstration is that you have the speed in connecting the wires. You are also to cut the wires. For your oral questioning, you were able to answer some of the questions correctly. What would you think are your areas for improvement? Okay? And what do you need to do? Yes, you will try to focus and practice more on cutting and splicing the wires properly, so for your overall performance, you are not yet competent. But don't you worry about it. You can still be reassessed anytime at your own convenience. But failing in two consecutive assessment would means that you need to undergo a refresher course. Just see the AC manager later for reapplication of your assessment. Dear assessors, I will have to accomplish all the needed reports and turn over the assessment package to the AC manager. That's for the recording and reporting of the assessment results.